Hello. Ruben Amorim's true feelings on Antoine Semenyo as Man United discover transfer issue. Antoine Semenyo has been one of the most impressive players in the league this season after netting 10 goals in all competitions, and now Manchester United are said to be front-runners to sign him this summer. Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim is a big admirer of Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo, but the Red Devils face stiff competition in the race to sign him this summer. Semenyo has been one of the stars of Bournemouth's surprise season, with Andoni Iraola's men surging up the table and challenging for Europe. Semenyo has netted 10 goals in all competitions and provided 4 assists this season, and his performances have turned heads across the Premier League. United are in need of a quality winger who can deliver on the flank after loaning out Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, and Antony. All 3 players are expected to depart this summer. Amorim has been tipped to oversee a major overhaul of his struggling squad amid the team's disastrous season that has left them in mid-table, and Semenyo has been eyed as a player who could lead United into a new era next season. According to Sky Sports, United are front-runners to sign the 25-year-old, and Amorim is already thinking about ways to include him in a new-look attack. But United will be rivaled in their bid to sign Semenyo by a number of teams, the report claims. Liverpool and Tottenham are also keeping an eye on the player, with Arsenal the only top 6 team not currently monitoring him. Any team that wants to sign Semenyo would have to stump up a fee of around £70 million, it says, adding that Bournemouth are prepared to dig their heels in over any interest. Semenyo's contract with the Cherries runs until 2029, so Iraola's men will be in no rush to cash in on one of their star players. Another stumbling block is that United will have to sell before they can buy this summer, so the price tag might be off-putting. However, the report goes on to say United could tempt Bournemouth with a lower fixed fee plus add-ons, like Spurs did when they signed Dominic Solanke last year. Semenyo signed for Bournemouth from Bristol City in 2023 for a deal worth just £10.5 million, so they stand to make a huge profit on the player. Ruben Amorim's very tough decision to quit club for new job. It is difficult. Ruben Amorim admitted ditching Sporting CP for Manchester United was an incredibly tough decision to make, and the Portuguese boss' time with the Red Devils has been far from smooth sailing. Ruben Amorim said that leaving Sporting CP to join Manchester United was a very tough decision. The 40-year-old tactician, who spent 4 years with the Liga Portugal side between 2020 and 2024, parted ways with the club in November to replace Erik ten Hag at the head of the Red Devils. However, his stint with the club has been marred with lackluster results and poor performances as he continues to force his patented 3-4-3 style of play on his inherited squad. As a result, United currently sit 14th in the Premier League standings with just 10 wins from 32 games this season and look on track for their lowest ever finish in the English top flight. However, Amorim's decision to jump ship to United in the winter wasn't one that he took lightly, with the Portuguese mastermind admitting how important Sporting CP is to him. In a statement at the end of his tenure, in which he clinched 2 league titles and 3 domestic cups, Amorim said, "I reached my 5th year at Sporting CP and I had to make a choice. The current context at Manchester United makes this something extremely challenging. After Sporting CP, I wanted that. I want this context because it allows me to do things my way and for the club to believe in me that way. It's just like Sporting CP. I have to take steps forward in my career, and it was harder for me than any other Sportinguista to leave. I knew that if I rejected Manchester United in 7 months' time, I wouldn't have that option available, and I knew that at the end of the season I was going to leave Sporting CP. I could have felt a sense of regret that would be difficult to deal with. Between the disappointment of all Sportinguistas and taking risks in my career, or waiting for the end of the season and not having the only club that I wanted to join as an option, I had to decide. So I decided." He added, "I gave everything I had for the club, and it was a huge source of pride. It's hard for me to leave here as I'm very comfortable and I'm very happy." While Amorim initially wanted his transfer to United to take place at the end of the season, he also noted that his wishes were not adhered to, leaving him just a matter of days to decide on his future. He added, "At the beginning of the season I had a conversation with the president and Hugo Viana, and I said that, regardless of whatever happened, this was going to be my last season at Sporting CP. We started very well this season, and then Manchester United came in for me. They paid above the amount set for my release clause, and the president of Sporting CP defended the club's interests. I never argued about anything with the president regarding the negotiations. The only thing I asked during the Man United frontrunners to sign deadly star in record-breaking deal. Manchester United are considered to be the frontrunners to sign Bournemouth star Antoine Semenyo this summer, according to Sky Sports journalist Lyle Thomas. The Red Devils are in the market to bolster their attacking options during the upcoming transfer window, with Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford and Antony all expected to leave the club either on loan or permanently before the new season begins. That means new additions will be necessary, and manager Ruben Amorim has identified Cherries star Semenyo as an ideal target to become part of his front three. Man United frontrunners for Semenyo. Bournemouth wants £70 million. Semenyo, who has been described as deadly, has been in fantastic for this season for Andoni Iraola's side, which has seen him attract interest from a number of clubs including several Premier League giants. But according to Sky Sports News, it's Man United who are considered to be the current frontrunners for a deal, despite any transfer being considered to be in the early stages currently. Bournemouth don't want to sell the Ghana star, but know a big offer could be difficult for them to refuse, similar to the situation they found themselves in for striker Dominic Solanke last summer. The forward joined Spurs in a £65 million deal, which was a record sale, but they would want more for Semenyo. According to Sky Sports News, Bournemouth value the 25-year-old winger at around £70 million. However, the structure of any deal remains undefined and could include a lower initial fee plus add-ons. Man Utd's financial situation means that could be favorable for them in striking a deal, although they are likely to need to win the Europa League in order to boost their budget and become serious contenders for his signature. Semenyo still has 4 years remaining on his contract at the Vitality Stadium too, and therefore there is no pressure on them to sell, but Man United will be keen to find an agreement and bring in someone who Amorim really wants. No one can predict. Victor Gyokeres insists he doesn't even know where he will end up ahead of inevitable £60 million summer transfer amid interest from Arsenal and Man United. Victor Gyokeres is adamant he does not know what will happen this summer as Arsenal and Manchester United lead transfer interest in the forward. What happened? Gyokeres is one of the hottest properties in Europe after scoring 47 goals in 46 matches across the 2024-25 campaign. After netting a hat-trick against Moreirense on Friday night, he spoke to the press about his future. What Gyokeres said? Gyokeres said, "No one can predict what will happen, we enjoy the moment," and pushed on rumors that Sporting will allow him to leave for less than his £85 million, $113 million release clause because of his loyalty over the winter, with the centre-forward staying in the January transfer window. He added, "I can't say anything about that. I like Lisbon." The bigger picture. Both Arsenal and Manchester United are aiming to sign a new striker this summer. The Gunners have been relying on midfielder Mikel Merino to lead the line in the absence of Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus, while Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee have not made the desired impact at Old Trafford. What next for Gyokeres? Gyokeres is Sporting's main man as they attempt to defend their Primera Liga title in the season in which they have lost manager Ruben Amorim to United. They sit top of the league with 4 matches to play and face Rio Ave next on Tuesday.